Good morning, students. This is our 16th session, children. This is the 16th session. We are going to discuss about the 16th session. So this is our 16th session and Unit 3 Reading Part C. We are in the Reading Part C, children. Now come to the textbook. In the previous class, what we read about the um, phrasal verbs. I said to write the phrasal verbs with each or make or those things. A few people written. Very good. Now we are coming to the grammar point from this lesson. See the grammar point, children. It's a very easy and easy to learn also. Here, go through the grammar part. What's our grammar part? He is swimming in a pool. He is swimming in a pool. It's a sentence. Like he is a subject, he is a helping verb, swimming is a verb in a preposition a, pool. This is like a normal sentence. But here, swimming is a good for health. Swimming is good for health. What's the here difference in between the first and the second sentence, children? In the above two sentences, if you notice that the verbs are used with ing form. Yes, verb plus ing. It is in a present participle. But here, if you notice first sentence is that's a sentence. So it is in the order of the sentence, like a subject, helping verb plus ing, preposition and the object. If you are coming to the next sentence, it's quite different. Swimming is good for health. What's here? Swimming become a subject. Swimming become a subject. That too, verb plus ing form. We used verb plus ing form. So, do you notice any difference between them? Yes. In the first sentence, the verb ing is preceded by is. In the general sentences, here the verb is preceded by the auxiliary verbs like is, was, were, has, have, according to the subject. If subject is plural, we will use plural helping verbs. If his subject is singular, we will use singular helping verbs. The verb is in progressive form, means ing form. In the second sentence, you don't find is, are, was, were before the verb plus ing form. Why? Verb with ing form and without helping verbs are known as gerunds. Gerunds are verbal nouns. Verbal nouns, we may call it as a verbal nouns. They are normally in the subject position or the object position. It takes the part of a subject. Here, he is swimming in a pool. What is the subject here? He, the person. But if you are coming to the second sentence, swimming become the subject. So it occupied the position of a subject. It occupied the position of a subject. Just you read it once, children, what had happened here. If you go through it particularly, children, we will go through some of the exercises. Identify the gerunds in the following sentence. What is there? The north wind is roaring. So what I told you, swimming become the subject. Swimming occupied the part or a position of a subject. Here swimming become a subject and is good for health. Exercise is good for health. Laughing is good for health. So here we couldn't find any subject like he. First, third persons like he, she, it, they, we won't find because the swimming become the subject. That to verb plus ing. Here it is called present participle. But here in this place, swimming will become a gerund. Gerund or verbal noun. We may call it as a verbal noun. Children, here, the north wind ceased roaring. What ceased? What stopped roaring? North wind. It may comes under subject position or maybe the object position. It may comes under the, either it may be subject position or maybe the object position. Here it starts with saying north wind stopped roaring. Here two verbs are there. See, if you go through it particularly, ceased is a one verb. Ceased is verb. Again we are using one more verb. That is the indication. Got it? That to verb plus ing form. Here it acts like a gerund. Here it acts like a object. Verb plus ing. Here it is not the present participle. Here it become a gerund. It become an object. It occupies the object position, children. The child didn't see the giant coming. Did not see. See is a verb. The giant coming. What is a gerund, children? Coming is a gerund. Roaring is a gerund. Now you understood what's the difference in between a present participle and the gerunds. Gerunds may come as a subject or object. I heard the children whispering out the wall on their way to school. Here, just observe it, notice it properly. I, subject, heard, here, heard, verb. The children, it might be the, again one more subject. Whispering. Whispering outside. Whispering will become a main it will occupy main subject position. So whispering will become a gerund. Why is the spring so late in coming? Coming is a gerund, children. Walking makes you healthy. Walking makes you healthy. What makes you healthy? Walking makes you healthy. So walking is a gerund, children. Chalo, we'll go to the writing part. Read the following notice taken from the play. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Means this is the notice a selfish giant, the young giant pasted in front of the gate. Means nobody should come. Nobody should come. Nobody should enter into the garden without permission. So here such a notices we will see in front of the hospitals, banks, public places, schools, at home. Where near the hospitals we may see what type of notices we may find. Here take it as a homework and find out the notices. For example, hospital. Hospital, what type of notices we can find? Follow queue, or leave your footwear outside, or so put your cell phones in mute, or maintain silence. Such type of notices we'll see. Banks, don't switch off your cell phones, beware of thieves. Public places, no smoking, no parking, such a. Schools, you may know schools, what type of notices they'll placed. Where in the schools? Come on, sports meet. Come on, come on. So at home, what type of? Beware of dogs. Is it right? Even he may face the trespassers will be prosecuted, or no parking. So come to the next. Self-study skill. Come to the next. Come to the next, children. What will be the next? Yes, our reading part. See, the garden within. Very. Garden. Where is a garden? Within our heart. There is a garden in my heart. There is a garden in my heart. Yes, is it really? Yes, there is a garden in my heart where beauty grows and fits and starts, where smiles are petals, flowers from the flowers bestowed by others from their bowers, nutritious hope reaps seeds to feed my spirit for its every need. With gratitude, I will reach my goal to touch the island of my soul. This is a wonderful poem written by the Celia Barrel. Celia Barrel. So, where the beauty grows, children, there is a garden in my heart. Yes, there is a beautiful, awesome, extraordinary garden is there in our heart. How it grows? Beauty grows in fits and starts. Suddenly, in irregular manner. Whenever we'll feel happy, yes, it starts growing. Whenever we feel sorrow, it stops. Where beauty grows in fits and starts. Fits and starts is nothing but it's a phrasal verb in a sudden and irregular manner. Where smiles are petals, our smiles will become a petals for the flowers. From the flowers. Comparison itself. Where smiles are petals from the flowers, bestowed by others, gave by others. Bestowed means gave by others. From their bowers, from their blessings, a pleasant place in the shade of a tree. Bowers is nothing but a present shade, present pleasant place in the shade of a tree. Here, where our smiles are petals, which came from the flowers, and that was gave by others from their blessings, from their shade, from under their blessings, under their influence. Nutritious hope. What's a nutritious? Very good hope will rise, reaps, cutting, seeds to feed, gives, reaps means it gives seeds to feed my spirit, my inner feelings of the mood, my inner feelings of the mood. It gives a nutritious hope, which gives seeds to feed my spirit for its every need. With gratitude means with thankfulness. With that thankfulness, I will reach my goal. What is my goal? To touch the island of my soul. To touch the island of my soul. What is my goal? Goal is something hope to achieve. That's a wonderful, wonderful poem. Here, see, where is a garden? In my heart, a garden is growing. In that garden, my smiles will become the petals of the flowers, and that was given by happiness by others, and that's giving a nutritious hopes to me to give seeds to feed my spirit, encouraging me to boost my spirit in every need. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful with that, with good positive mind. I will reach my goal. Where to touch the inner feelings of my heart. To touch the inner feelings of my heart. This was a wonderful, wonderful poem, children. Here he didn't give the any author introduction, children. So what, how he compared, what's the comparison, what's the figurative speech, we'll go through it. So what's your homework, children? What's your homework? You should write some notices. Write some more notices which you notice in front of the hospitals, banks, public places, schools, at home. Okay, children? Okay, I'll show a small video. Just go through it. Action ఉంటుంది. So its side has some problem, children. Okay, what's your homework? Do you know? No? What's your homework? Write this homework and complete it. Okay. Thank you.